Some breaking news about a private chopper that crashed in Badrinath. As soon as it took off, what we're hearing is that the engineer of the helicopter has been killed in the mishap after he was hit by the blade of this chopper. The pilot has received injuries. We also are getting in some information that there were 5 passengers who were inside the chopper, but all of them are safe. Rescue teams have reached the spot as well. I'm going to go straight across now to India Today's Dilip Singh Rathod for more details and updates. Dilip, just give us more details about the extent of casualties and what exactly happened.
Well, Avantika, a helicopter has crashed in Badrinath while flying from the Dham. 5 tourists were there in the chopper. One of the co-pilot died because of the blades of the chopper. According to the information given by SSP Chamoli, the 5 passengers are safe now, but they are injured. The incident occurred 50 meters from the helipad. Well, the chopper from a Mumbai-based company and carrying Delhi-based tourists. We are
Dilip,
waiting
just
for
stay
some
on
more
with me.
details.
We have the SP from Chamoli, Tripti Bhatt, is also now on the broadcast. Ma'am, good morning and thanks so much for speaking to us. We're hearing about this crash. We're hearing about, one casualty. Can you give us more updates? Prima facie, what is the reason behind this crash?
There's some confusion regarding the incident. There is no crash.
Okay.
The helicopter could not take off properly because of insufficient pressure, and it impacted the helipad again. The pilot is complaining of backache, and all the pilgrims are safe, and the pilgrims have left for their destination by road.
No, but you didn't mention, are there any casualties?
No, there's only one casualty, that is of the engineer, who is a part of the crew. No casualty of any pilgrim, only one casualty of the crew member who is an engineer, and his casualty is because of the rotor blades. Okay,
but was there a technical fault that led to, the abrupt landing?
I'm told by the pilot that there was an insufficient pressure. I cannot comment much because I'm not a technical person to comment on it.
Okay.
But all pilgrims are safe and they have left by road.
And what about the condition of the pilot, ma'am?
He's complaining of a slight backache, that's it. So we are giving him the medical facilities. Police is there, SDRF is there. And we are taking care of him.
And have the family members of the deceased been informed as well?
Family members have been informed, and the chopper was supposed to take off from Badrinath to Haridwar.
Okay.
And the pilgrims belong to Pune, Maharashtra, and different places, like not a single place. They belong to different places.
But this must have been a harrowing experience for the passengers, ma'am. Like in the coming days, what kind of precautions will be taken?
It was a simple disbalance.
Okay.
There's no crash.
Okay.
And they are okay. They wanted to go by road. We said you can go. They have left happily by road.
Okay.
There's no problem as such. Yeah.
Okay. So that's good news about the passengers, but a tragedy has occurred with the casualty being.
Definitely. We are very sorry about the family of the deceased, and we are taking care of them. We are informing them, and indeed, it's very sorry an incident for the family of the deceased.
All right, ma'am. Thanks so much for speaking to us. That was Tripti Bhatt, the SP of Chamoli, confirming to us that all of the devotees, the passengers who were on board the chopper, are now safe. In fact, they have continued with their pilgrimage, but the pilot is complaining of back pain. He has sustained a very minor injury, but unfortunately, the engineer lost his life as a result of the blades of the chopper. Dilip Singh Rathod is also with us. And Dilip, as you just heard, the SP, so she did express her condolences with, the news of the engineer's death. But she also mentioned that there was no crash landing. She's saying that the chopper didn't take off. There was some sort of a disbalance.
See, the chopper crashed after 50 meters of the area. So we cannot say that it has not crashed.
All right, Dilip, thanks so much for joining us. After the rest of town of Darjeeling observed a 12-hour Bandh on Friday, the Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee is going to be holding an emergency meeting in Siliguri today. In fact, Mamta Banerjee is also going to be reviewing the law and order situation in Darjeeling along with the Home Secretary and the DG. The Gorkha Jan Mukti Morcha will also be holding their own emergency meeting at 11 in the morning to plan their next move. Speaking to India Today, the Chief Bimal Gurung has threatened of more agitations with regards to the inclusion of Bengali language and an agitation with a separate state demand being their sole point agenda as well. Indrajit Kundu joins us for the very latest on this. So, two back-to-back meetings. One, of course, Indrajit, called by the Chief Minister herself, and the other by the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha. Just give us more details and updates on both of these meetings.
Well, that's right, Avantika. That continues to remain tense, though the situation seemingly has been brought under control to an extent after the deployment of the army. Now, Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, left Darjeeling Hills late last night, and what has happened in a series of development is that the state government has decided to, remove the SP of Darjeeling, and a new SP is going to take charge today. And Mamata Banerjee is going to hold a very high-level meeting with the Home Secretary, with the state DGP, to review the law and order situation of Darjeeling, even as the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha has given a renewed call for a separate state of Gorkha land. There is going to be a Central Committee meeting of the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha at 11 this morning, where they will be chalking out the details of their further action plan. But last night when I spoke to the GGM chief, Bimal Gurung, he was very aggressive in his tone, and he said that Mamata Banerjee must leave the Darjeeling Hills, and the Gorkha Territorial Administration, the semi-autonomous body which was formed after a tripartite meeting between the state government, the central government and the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha in 2011, he says that is null and void. They are not accepting the GTA authority anymore, and they are not going to settle for anything less than a state.
So now there is, a fresh statehood demand by the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha, Indrajit, because initially this entire violence and agitation was a result of, the inclusion of Bengali language in the school syllabus, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. That seems to be the trigger. And as many political analysts are saying, that the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha were, in a sense, planning to go on the war path, and this specific, move by the state government only gave them that opportunity to come out, hit the streets and indulge in the protest. So even though Mamata Banerjee has stated that, this decision of making Bengali compulsory across the schools in West Bengal would not apply for the GTA ruled areas, but they were demanding such a assurance in writing from the cabinet, which was not to be. So now the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha is claiming that this is just a ploy to push forward with the state governments and the mainland agenda, and therefore they are not going to settle for anything less than a separate Gorkha land state.
Right. For now, Indrajit, thanks so much for joining us. Meanwhile, thousands of tourists who had been visiting the hills have been affected by this 12-hour strike that was called by the Gorkha Janmukti Morcha on Friday. Special bus services were arranged by the government, but there have been several tourists who still remain stranded because of lack of basic amenities. Even ATMs and shops remain closed. Let's just hear a few reactions coming in from the tourists stranded in Darjeeling as a result of their ongoing agitation.
मैं सर बिहार से आया हूँ और मुझे परेशानी यही हो रही है कि हम लोग टोटल फ्रेंड्स घूमने के लिए आए थे और ऐसा सिचुएशन यहाँ पे क्रिएट हो चुका है जिसकी वजह से अब हम लोग अपने डर में है कि किसी तरीके से हम लोग अपना घर जाए। हम लोग को डर इस चीज़ का है कि कभी भी कोई हालात बिगड़ जाए तो क्या हो सकता है, कोई ना खाने को मिल रहा है ना रहने को मिल रहा है, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पे बन चुका है। तो हम लोग को घर पे जाना है।
हम लोग होटल लेके ठहरे थे घूमने के लिए, अभी ऐसा क्रिटिकल पोजीशन हो गया है तो कोई दुकान भी नहीं खोली है, कुछ सामान भी नहीं मिल रहा।
इतना आदमी जो है कोई व्यवस्था नहीं है नीचे में जाने के लिए, ना खाने का व्यवस्था, ATM बंद है, बहुत सा आदमी है।